To kick off my pie series, I'm going to be making a Stargazy Pie. This dish originates from Cornwall. Pilchards, mackerel or herring can be used. It has a layer of pastry with fish heads protruding on top. The base to my sauce is a small leek, chopped quite finely, and half a white onion, so I get these chopped up, and I'm going to add some bacon. I've got some smoked back bacon here, good quality. A lot of people would use streaky, but I'm going to use back. I chop this into chunks, and now I'm ready to start cooking this off in the pan. Butter is what I'll add to the pan. This will do two things: start to sweat off the leek, onion and bacon, plus it will be the base when I make my roux in a bit. Melt that down, add in the leek, onion and bacon and move around. You don't necessarily want any colour, but for them just to cook down. I put a lid on top to help it along a little bit. Whilst that is happening, I'm going to hard boil 3 eggs. 5-10 minutes later, I'm going to come back to this, and I can now add in some flour. This will quickly absorb all the butter fat in the pan, mix around, and now deglaze with a few tablespoons of white wine. I've got some pre-prepared fish stock, and I'm going to add that in. Give a really good mix and simmer away gently. I'm also going to add in some cream and let that cook down. A good bit of seasoning will go in and a good amount of black pepper. Those hard-boiled eggs from earlier have now been peeled and chopped up, and I can add those in. Also some roughly chopped parsley for freshness, a small amount of cheddar cheese, and this sauce, the pie, is now complete. There are all sorts of variations, but this is my version. Earlier on, I washed my prepared fish. I'm using herring. As I said initially, you could use a variety of different fish. These look good at the fish stall, so I asked my fishmonger to prepare them for me. He scaled the fish, then filleted them, whilst keeping the heads on, an integral part of a Stargazy pie. The only thing that I need to do is wash them very thoroughly and then pat dry. Pastry of choice is a shortcrust pastry. I actually made a great pie pastry video, which I'll link at the top and also down below in the description. I find shortcrust quite crumbly and not the easiest to work with, but I know from eating it, it's got so much flavour and a lovely texture, so it's worthwhile getting it right. I use flour to stop it sticking and roll it out, aiming for a 3-4mm thickness. Once it's all rolled, I set aside and layer up this pie. A bit of sauce on the bottom, and then add your fish fillets and then a bit more sauce. Once you're ready for the pastry, cut some crosses on top, the same amount as the amount of fish heads you've got, and then roll onto the rolling pin and place on top of the pie dish. Unroll and adjust accordingly. Bit fiddly, but place the fish heads in the slits and trim off any excess pastry. One final thing, and that's to liberally brush some egg wash on top. This will need to be baked in a hot oven for around 35 to 45 minutes until the pastry is golden brown. There you have it, a wonderful Stargazy pie. So there we have it, a Stargazy pie. It'd be really interesting to see what people think of this pie, because it's a bit controversial with the fish heads. Some people may like it, some people may hate it. So love to know what you think. Drop a comment below and tell me your opinion. Okay, I'm gonna dive in, have a taste. I'm gonna be really honest and I'll tell you what this Stargazy pie is like. Wow, that is a little bit different. Definitely not to everybody's taste. It's a nice pie, nice and creamy. The cheese is there. Some nice flavours going on. The herring is it's good as well. The pastry, I really like the pastry. It's delicious. Yeah, nice pie. As always, thanks for watching the video, thanks for watching the channel, and I'll see you next time.